Okay, thank you. Okay, everybody, welcome tonight to the community development portion of the meeting. We got two items on the agenda. The first item is the approval of the October 26th community development meeting minutes.
So moved. Second.
Motion has been made and seconded.
Question.
Question on the motion. All in favor of the motion, please use the voting sign aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion carried. Okay, item 2 is the matter of a request for a conditional use permit for a planned residential development at Fowl Road and West Ridge Roads for cluster homes in an R-LD district. This is referred to by Mr. Bob Yost of Yost Construction. Mr. Yost, did you want to speak? Just name and address of your company for the record.
Logan? Oh, there we go. Yep. I'm here tonight requesting a conditional use for a parcel of property in a subdivision known as Ridgewater Subdivision. It will be a subdivision that's probably phased in 3 to 4 phases over the next 3 to 4 years. Phase 1, which we're asking for the conditional use for, will have 9 single-family lots, 26 single-family cluster homes, and 13 buildings, 4 units per building, similar to what we did over at Stonehenge off of West River Road. And that's the content of what's actually there. We have submitted all our paperwork to the Planning Commission. Our engineer drawings have been reviewed by John Snyder, and that was approved. So any questions?
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Yost. Any questions? I see Mrs. Mitchell.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, through you. Mr. Yost, please, thank you for coming. Can you tell me exactly where this is, please?
It's going to be about 1,000 feet, maybe 1,500 feet west of West Ridge Road off of Fowl. We will have an entrance on Fowl. We'll have an entrance on Bethesda and one on Route 113. So we'll have 3 means of egresses into the subdivision.
Okay, Mrs. Mitchell.
Thank you, Chair, through you. So it'll be off of Fowl in that farmland before you get to the apartment?
Yes.
Okay. All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Mr. Tollett.
Through you, Mr. Chairman. Is there any potential with this development to cause any flooding on neighbors who are existing homes? Thank you.
With the calculations that my design engineer has done and submitted to John Snyder, we don't see that, and I don't think John does, and I can't speak for John. I know he's not here, but is he? John here? Oh, John. Hi, John. Sorry. Have you reviewed all those calcs?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In regards to the subdivision, the way we take care of subdivisions, we do require that the subdivisions drain only onto their own property. So yard drains will be established in all properties. There will be retention ponds as part of the subdivision. And so it's a standard subdivision. So I guess.
So to answer that, no, it would not affect water in any surrounding neighborhoods.
There will be provisions to make sure that the water stays on this side.
Thank you.
Now, if they're draining over onto their property, there could be.
Record this, is there? How about back it up?
This is live.
Get a little feedback, I think.
Sorry.
Okay, I guess we're getting some feedback, but I'm sorry, go right ahead, finish up, Mr. Snyder.
So, but no, there will be provisions for stormwater for this entire site. So we will make sure that it drains on only itself.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Don't leave, John.
Okay, Mrs. Mitchell, then.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, through you. Mr. Snyder, you know Straw Hag Ditch. That's been an ongoing issue for years.
We have options. Let's see if we can listen. Can you text them and say, how about turning the sound on?
Okay, so you
Let's
think
try
everything's
this
ready?
one.
Okay. Okay, I'm seeing Betty Ann or Audrey. I'm seeing two different names.
Betty Ann.
Domino?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am, please just state your full name and address for the record, please.
Betty Ann Domino, 8404 West Ridge Road, Elyria, Ohio, 44035. And we lost our audio for a while, and I was wondering if these houses are going to be septic, or is there a sewer line going to be run through?
Okay, Mr. Yost will answer that question for you.
Yeah, the whole subdivision will be the City of Elyria sewer system. No septics.
Okay.
Do you have any further questions?
No.
Okay. Well, thank you for participating. Are there any other folks that want to speak on this topic? Are there any further questions or comments from anyone on the panel?
I have one more question.
Oh, go right ahead.
Okay. If there's a sewer line being run through, will the existing homeowners be required to tap into it?
They shouldn't be.
Okay.
Don?
Okay.
No, it's not within 200 feet, right?
And just for the record, that is a county health department issue
Right.
that they would address.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anyone else that wanted to speak on this topic? Okay, seeing none at the moment, I'd like to ask Law Director Deary to give us her opinion from her office.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just for the record, I would note that Planning Commission did approve this matter, the conditional use permit, last week. There was with the condition that the property would be rezoned. It is recommendation of my office that council as a whole would deal with the rezoning and the conditional use permit at the same time. And I have no issues if the committee wishes to move forward and deal with the committee report on the conditional use permit this evening, but I just wanted the record to reflect that that is our recommendation.
Thank you. Okay, at this time, Mr. Yost, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
I think the only other thing, I know the city did receive a letter from Don Stamden. I did talk to Don today and explain he did have a knee replacement, so he wasn't able to be here tonight. So I called Don this morning, and him and I had a good conversation, explained basically the same things that I told you, and he was very pleased with the comments that I gave him.
Okay, thank you. Okay, if there's no further questions, comments, or concerns, Law Director Deary has mentioned that we do have to have this rezoned as well.
Mr. Callahan?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Excuse me. There's a...
Yes, ma'am. Please come to the microphone. State your name and address for the record.
Carol Gallardo, and I live at 8537 West Ridge. I'm right across the street, and I just had a couple questions. First of all, I want to tell you I think it's a great idea. I'm curious where the sanitary sewers are going to be. Are they going to tie into the ones that are already on West Ridge Road?
No, they won't.
There's going to be a new sewer line put in on the property?
Yeah, I could.
Okay.
Some of these questions and comments, I'd be glad to show people outside when you guys can continue my prints, and I can answer your questions by showing you.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. And I am concerned about the straw hag ditch, because I live right across where there's no houses. That land floods. Let me tell you, it floods all the time. And he's saying that it's going to run to the north, but that goes to the south, and that's where the ditch is. It's always plugged up. The township did clean it out. The Lorraine County engineers had part of it cleaned out, but like on our side of the street, I'm on the east side, our backyards all run into that ditch. And if that ditch floods, that's going to flood our basements on this side. The people that are on the other side of the street, I don't know what's going to happen to them, because all their backyards are like abutting that property. So they do have a concern there. So I think that the Lorraine County engineer needs to look at it and make sure that it's going to be correct. Okay? That's it.
Okay, thank you. All right, I guess at this time, is Daryl present? Daryl, can I just ask you one question in regards to the rezoning, where that is in the process?
Yes, sir. The conditional use was proposed for a 7-parcel project, and it consisted of 2 distinct zoning districts. One was residential low density, and the other was residential medium density. A cluster development is only permitted in a residential medium density district, but part of phase 1 morphed into part of the other zoning that would not permit the cluster use. So it was recommended Mr. Yost, since he's in phase 1, that he rezone the entire subdivision to MD to permit a cluster use in case he changes his flow of projects he wishes to do downstream to other cluster use developments.
Okay. Is it
well, Mr. Yost said to me that he has submitted the application, he thinks Friday.
So, yes, okay.
So it's in the works.
Okay, I figured.
So there's a good chance that could be addressed first meeting in December.
Part of my report was that this be followed suit as cleanup in regards to permitting the conditional use contingent that it be rezoned to residential medium-density district throughout.
Okay.
And Mr. Yost has actually followed through and submitted that paperwork.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We appreciate that. Okay, were there any other questions from anyone on the panel? We could go forward and just pass this tonight and then do the other next month, and then we'll be that further ahead. Okay. Seeing that there's nobody else that wants to chime in, I will read the entire committee report. We have considered the matter of a conditional use permit for a planned residential development at Fowl Roads and West Ridge Roads. This would be an ordinance authorizing the said conditional use for a residential development at said location. The matter was approved by the Planning Commission on November 4th, 2020, on the condition that the property will be zoned to R-LD medium destiny. Could I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded.
Question.
Question on the motion. All in favor of the motion, please use the voting sign aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion carried. You're welcome. Thank you.